perfect. We were just talking about love. Those are cute. Thank you. Hey everyone, I am here with Liz Layman today from JuiceVibes. And we're just going to give you an inside look into our conversations that we have on a regular basis.
Beware, there should be a disclaimer with that.
That's exactly right. But you know, we're just so excited because every month we are featuring an amazing entrepreneur in our community. And when I think of a top entrepreneur, I think of Liz Layman. She has really made a stamp in this area, within the Triangle, within Johnston County, and we are so proud of her and everything that she's accomplished in her business, and we love her so much, and we're just so excited to sit down with her and get an inside look to the life of JuiceVibes, into the life of Liz Layman and everything that she's put forth into her business. So you'll hear a little bit about the struggles, the good times, the fears, the fun, all of it. But at the same time, this is a regular conversation that we would have even if you weren't here. So we just want to share a little bit with that, with you today. So join us.
Welcome to the shenanigans.
Let them begin. So I just wanted you to share a little bit about your journey. So many times what I've noticed is that right now in our society, everybody really has put a stamp on I'm an entrepreneur. So I signed the dotted line and I am now officially an entrepreneur. In my experience, I've noticed that, there has been hustle and some muscle into becoming an entrepreneur. There is, this climbing of a mountain that we had to do in our business, and then there's a valley, and then there's the highs and the lows.
Right.
And I think that right now many people think that you can just sign it on a line, or you just started a business and now you're an entrepreneur.
God,
so
I wish it was like that. Wherever that is, please let me know. I would like to sign up for that.
But tell us, in your experience, what you feel entrepreneurship really is.
I think when I take a look at my journey and, how I came to be here, it's quite interesting. When I didn't have this idea when I was younger that I'm going to start my own business and I'm going to try and make this impact in the community. We were talking about this earlier. I thought I was going to marry my high school sweetheart and, I was going to be a stay-at-home mom with 4 kids. And I'm now it's the complete opposite. None of that happened.
Exactly.
I think that to be a well-rounded entrepreneur, one, you have to have drive and passion.
Yeah.
So whatever it is that you're, embarking on in your journey or, your business, you really have to believe in it 100%. Because that's going to get you through the valleys, the high times, the low times. And then you have to be committed to it. It's not for the weak or the faint heart.
So let's talk about commitment for a second, because I think that that's where many people may fall short or lose confidence in. So talk to me a little bit about the commitment side of things and what you've seen over the years.
Right. I mean, look, I'll be super honest. There were times where I was I don't know if I can do this, because it's hard. Starting a brand that nobody knows in an area that you're not from. I'm not from Johnston County. I'm not from Clayton.
Yes.
I didn't know anybody when I moved out here and started JuiceVibes. But I believed in what I was doing so much that failure was not an option.
Yeah.
So it was, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how stressful it gets, it's this is going to work, and I am determined for this to work. And that really, if you can push past those moments, you are going to break free and you're going to break through.
That's
right. And you will be successful, but you have to believe in yourself and you have to be committed.
Yeah. So we talked a little bit about earlier that the importance of surrounding yourself with the right people that are really connected to your vision. How has that played an essential part in your business?
It's interesting because your vision kind of has to take its own course. I think that is the one thing that I will say that is attributed to my success, is that I was not trying to force this idea that I had. JuiceVibes was going to be here in this box and I was going to make it fit.
Wow.
It was, I let the business have its own voice.
Yes.
And, we tried things, and things that didn't work, we got rid of, and we went, for what did.
I love that.
We listened to the feedback from the community, so we allowed JuiceVibes to kind of create its own vision of what it is today.
Wow.
Right? And then making sure that people that come on board with us support that kind of growth and that vision, allowing the company to kind of be its...
I love that. Okay, did you hear that? Because I heard that. You know, so many times, you know, we start a business or we start a company and then we, you know, say, okay, well, these are all of my goals and this is what I'm going to accomplish this month, this year, in 5 years. Right. And you don't allow the business itself to cultivate it, to become its own thing.
Yes.
And there needs to be a balance or room for that, because if you do try to put your business in a box, you are limiting yourselves from the opportunities that can come out of it. So what could be birthed. And I love that you just said that, because no one has ever said that to me like that.
It's like having a child. You're not gonna like tell your child you're going to be this way, you're going to have this personality, right? You know, I see you doing exactly this and you cannot have your own, you know, goals or, you know, dreams or creative vision at all.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the exact same way.
Yeah.
I mean, you're and as an entrepreneur, your business is your child.
That's right. It is true.
Right.
It's another child, just saying.
Yes. So you have to have like, you have to let it be its own voice.
I love that. I love that. And I think that, you know, so many times we try to be the voice for it when we have to give it room to breathe on its own.
Right.
To speak to us, to tell us what it wants it to be. You know, even with starting my company, I thought it was going to be one way, and then things started to develop out of it. But also, you recognize the need.
Yes.
The need that people have, the need that people desire, and you try to find that good balance into what the community wants and where the business is shifting to. So I love that you said that. I think that's
it's
so huge.
just being open-minded, you know,
so
and
too.
Really, because also, I mean, as you grow, because you're getting ready to embark on this, right? And this like growth. And it's something that, you know, we're experiencing almost in kind of, I wouldn't say we're in infancy stage, but we're kind of in like, you know, pre-teen adolescent, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, we're still like, you know, laying the foundations for us as a company. But what we really notice is that as you grow, you are challenged with different obstacles and different things. And so that may change for you as far as like the vision and your company.
Yeah, so JuiceVibes started in Clayton, North Carolina back in 2012, which you'll be celebrating your anniversary really soon. Congratulations. And then expanded to 2 other locations, and is really moving into another location in Raleigh. Right. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so this will be our, I know, I'm so excited. So I'm from Raleigh, guys. So like this is kind of, you know, this is a big thing for me, is to be in my hometown.
Raleigh, here she comes.
So that will happen probably within the next 6 to 8 months. We have kind of found a location, and it's going to be over towards Wade Avenue. But, you know, we just recently opened Carrie, so we're getting ready to celebrate our 1-year anniversary with Carrie. Yeah. And that was our like prototype. So now we have like a clear vision of like color concept and layout and functionality.
I love it.
So being able to duplicate this, and get it right, and making sure that we are just, you know, being more efficient, right? And we are getting more embedded into our communities and like impacting, you know, people and you know, change, and just really being a resource for everyone.
I think so too. I think that's really what you really are. You are empowering lives. You are helping lives. In some ways, you are saving lives. You're doing so much. Okay, so I have to say this because I feel that everyone needs a Liz in their life. And if you do not have a Liz, you need to find one. Or you need to connect with her.
I'm not giving my personal number out right now.
No, well, I really feel that because you are such an amazing person. You are so special. Every single person that comes to you is immediately drawn to you. They feel empowered when they're with you. They feel like they can conquer anything.
Thank you.
And you make it so easy, like you've known them forever and they get to know you, and it's just so beautiful. They feel like they could turn to you for everything. You're non-judgmental, and it's just such a beautiful thing. So I'm just so excited about what's happening. Ooh, thank you. We love our coffee. Thank you, Boulevard.
So awesome.
We're so excited to be here
because it's made with almond milk, and you know me, I'm plant-based, so this is incredible.
Yes. We love plant-based, so we'll do a little cheers.
Yes.
This looks amazing. Thank you, Boulevard Coffee. Cheers. Let's try the.
Oh my God, that's
Oh,
delicious.
yeah.
Just don't get a
Oh, yeah.
coffee mustache.
I know. I think I have a little thing
It'd be
going
nice.
on
We'll have
here.
some artwork going on.
Yes,
some face
exactly.
painting.
But I think that, you know, in my journey and my husband's journey, understanding the power of, you know, juice cleansing, the power of, you know, taking things like wheatgrass shots and things like that. I know what that's done to enhance our lives. In understanding the importance of living a healthy lifestyle. But I want you to share just a little bit about why you feel it's so important that our community now, here all around the world, really understand the power of fruits and vegetables and having a plan in your life where you incorporate cleanses and all of that.
Right. I mean, so this is something that, I mean, this is my passion. So this is where the passion comes in. You know, I had my own health journey. So just like everyone else, you know, we're all on some kind of journey, and it's just a matter, you know, where we're at.
That's right.
And so I used to be a primarily animal-based protein consumer.
Okay.
I used to compete in like the bodybuilding figure world. So I thought it was healthy. I was so wrong. But I would have, you know, egg whites for breakfast and, you know, complex carbohydrates. I didn't have any soda or dairy, and it was like all meat and vegetables and minimal carbs.
Wow.
And I remember after I was competing my last show, like I was standing on stage and you would look at me and think that I was the healthiest person in the world. I was 7% body fat and I was ripped, and, you know, I worked out twice a day. I would 45 minutes of cardio and lifted weights, and, you know, I ate really clean, and, you know, I didn't drink, I didn't smoke, any of that. And I never felt more sick in my entire life. Like what was going on internally was not right. And I knew, okay, something is wrong here.
You can feel it.
Yeah. And so I was like, well, I mean, I'm a big supporter of doing your own research on things.
That's right.
So I just started to read about, you know, the diet I was consuming and the effects that it has on, you know, the human body.
That's right.
So I was like, I was going to do something really radical, and I'm going to go plant-based for 6 months. And all of my issues went away.
Everything.
My digestive issues, the severe anxiety and panic attacks that I was experiencing, like everything.
Wow.
It was incredible. And I felt amazing. Like, I mean, I used to break out constantly. It cleared my skin up. Like, it was incredible. And I was like, this is it.
This is
right?
it.
So that was back in 2007.
Okay.
And we opened Clayton in 2012. Right.
Yeah.
So I had kind of really been on this journey of, you know, getting myself healthy first.
I love that.
Yeah.
Before you can show others how to get healthy.
Yeah. I mean, you have to believe in it, right?
That's
yourself.
right.
It has to
That's
work.
Right. Yep.
And so when I came to Clayton, I was like, what am I going to eat? Like, this is not, I mean, I have no idea. I'm going to have to cook every meal.
That is true. It is true. For what you were doing as plant-based, there was nothing available.
Right. At
so
that
you
time.
created it.
Yes. So I was like, okay, well, we'll fix this problem.
That's right. That's right.
So,
I love that.
It was incredible, like, trying to get the Clayton community to understand, like, what I was doing, because here's this chick that nobody knows and who's just real bubbly, and she's trying to get us to drink grass. And, like, I mean, this girl is crazy. She has lost her mind.
Drinking grass now. Is that what they do?
Yeah. And this is where, like, the passion, like, will have to get you through it. Because the first year, you know, is, like, it's the hardest.
It is very hard.
Right? It's hard.
To get on track.
Yeah. So finally, it started to click.
Yes.
And people started to kind of understand what I was preaching.
That's right. That's right.
And so you just, you know, you started to see people make changes in their lives. So we launched the entire Juice Cleanse program.
I love it.
Where you drink just straight juice for an extended period of time.
That's
and
right.
people were seeing incredible results.
Incredible.
So, like, weight loss, you know, their health issues started to diminish.
Exactly.
You know,
Yes.
they were able to come off of some of their prescription medications.
I love that.
So then you're a
that.
believer.
That's right.
Right? Because
That's
you have
right.
your own personal experience.
This is my story, you
Yeah.
know. It's affecting my life in a positive way. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
And so once you have that, then you have a loyal customer.
That's
and
right.
it's true. I mean, I will say I love Clayton because they have been so amazing to JuiceVibes. I mean, they really are. The community is just incredible. You know, I couldn't have picked a better place to, like, create this.
Yes.
So
I just love that, you know,
Yeah.
that you really were the first, or really the catalyst in Clayton, in Johnston County, to bring something like this to the community, and the community needed it.
Yeah.
They wanted it. They were desiring, you know, this type of place to exist. And so you came at such a perfect moment, at such a perfect time. So.
And then the unfolding that's happened since then, because
Yeah.
like all of these, you know, new businesses are, you know, arising, and it's so
amazing.
beautiful to watch. And
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And now you see kind of more people kind of coming into that, okay, plant-based and,
Yep.
you know, farm to table, and all of that is just coming together.
Yep.
But someone had to step out in faith, you know,
Yeah.
first, be the first one to set the bar. It's so funny because, you know, I really feel like you are one of those people that you may have had to go through the muddy waters. You may have had to go through the rough ground,
Right.
but you have paved the way to make it easier for people to come after you, you know? And I think that's just such a beautiful thing, because that's just an amazing example. And it's also a part of a legacy to leave too, because you are part of the beginning, which I think is
Yeah.
awesome. I think
So
that's
exciting.
It's so exciting. It is so
Yeah.
exciting. And I love it. I'm happy.
Aw, let's just
Yeah,
cry.
I'm just cry, yes.
We're just gonna cry.
Because I mean, the biggest thing when we moved here from California was, I'm like, where's, you know, the smoothie places, where the based places, and there was nothing here.
And California is like, I mean, that's the state for all of that. It is
Everything.
like healthy everything.
Yes, and so growing up with that, and then not having, you know, that option here was really just, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Again, we're going to just cook at home all
Right.
the time. So when you opened, I mean, the smile on my face was just like, LA
Finally.
here, yes, we've arrived, you know. So I don't know, it made my day. And let me tell you, for everyone that has not stopped in JuiceVibes yet, you have to do it.
Yes.
Because not only is it the best tasting smoothies and juices I've ever had, but the staff at every location is super friendly and super helpful. They will become your extended family. So
Yeah.
if you haven't stopped into a JuiceVibes yet, you need to do that today.
Today. Like
Today.
now, right
Like
now.
right now,
Just
right
whatever
now.
you're doing, stop
Right.
what you're doing right now and just go.
Right now. So really quick, you know, we are both 1980s babies.
Yes.
Yeah, no, 1980, just saying, same year we were born. You know, we have the same shoe size and everything, even though I bought the wrong size shoe. But my shoe's a little bit bigger, but it's okay. I could fit those too. You know, coming from, you know, learning and experience from when we grew up and when we were born, and growing into being a business owner, to someone who maybe was, you know, born in the early 2000s or the late 90s, we've seen a bigger difference in
Right.
the tools and being equipped and the knowledge when it comes to starting a business. So knowing that difference and that gap, what would you tell this generation that's rising up of leaders and entrepreneurs? What would be the top 3 things that you would want to share with them to catapult them into not only an amazing career, but into a movement?
I would say first, you know, don't be afraid to take risks. You know, I think that in life in general, we all experience failure,
Yeah.
right? And that's how we learn and grow. So don't be afraid to kind of fall, you
Yeah.
know, that's gonna, you know, it creates the grit of who you are and your work ethic down the road. So definitely don't be afraid of risk, and
Yeah,
don't be afraid of
exactly.
failure. Great success comes from failure, like
Yeah.
amazing success.
Yes.
The second thing I would say is that to kind of have a clear idea of who you are as a person
Yes.
and what your soul's path is.
That's good.
So you have to, whatever you do in life, I think if you really want to, you know, lead a life of fulfillment in your career, you have to be aligned with your soul's purpose.
Okay, that's
So,
good.
you know, whatever
love
is in
that.
alignment with you.
Okay.
Like, obviously, I'm not going to, you know, start a factory farm, you know, and a slaughterhouse, because it's not aligned with who I am. I'm promoting plant-based and to abolish factory farming.
Yes,
So
exactly.
you have to be aligned with that. And then third, if you're, you know, interested in entrepreneurship, have a mentor.
That's good.
It is the most
That's right.
important thing to have.
I agree.
You know, and have many. Get
Yes.
different perspective, but definitely have at least one person in your life that you look up to, that can help guide you, that is, you know, has incredible morals and values.
Yeah.
So,
You know, I think one of the biggest things is, you know, you were talking about failure, and many people will look at you and they'll say, oh my gosh, Liz is gorgeous. She has successful business. She has everything together. And, which I understand when people think that of, you know, myself. I'm like, that is not the case.
Right.
I have really struggled. I've had many issues. I mean, we've cried together
Yes.
on several occasions,
Yes.
you know, so we also laugh a lot too. But do you mind just taking a second and just, you know, sharing that, yes, I had struggles. Yes, I had failures, but I decided to rise up out of them.
yeah,
out of
I mean,
ashes.
look, I mean, we all have things that we've gone through, you know. I mean, my life, when I look back, I have two options. I can choose to focus on what holds me back and what's negative, or the sad things that have happened in my life. You know, I've experienced a lot of loss,
Yes.
and a lot of heartache and pain, or I can choose to find what I'm grateful for,
Yeah.
and all of the blessings that I have in my
That's
life.
right.
You know,
That's
and
right.
so I really try to live my life in the present moment, because really that's all we have
That's
right
it.
now.
That's it. Yeah.
And to have a positive mindset no matter what. I am not here to focus on anything negative.
Yeah.
I'm going to focus on all of the amazing things. You know, we have this beautiful gift to wake up every day in this body, you know,
Yes.
and I love my body, and it took me a while to get there, because coming from anybody that's done bodybuilding, that sport will like pick you apart mentally, because you're constantly critiquing like what needs to be
Yes.
better,
Yeah.
or, you know, what's lacking. So I've learned to really just appreciate and be grateful for everything. So I love my body. I love waking up every day, seeing the sun, you know, experiencing life, no matter what path
That's
I'm
right.
on.
That's right. And I think that's the biggest part is, you know, waking up with being so grateful. That's one thing, is that, you know, when I rise up in the morning, is saying, you know what, I am joyful. I'm so thankful. I'm thankful for my husband. I'm thankful
Right.
for my children. I'm thankful for my friends and coworkers, and just thankful for all the things that are good, instead
Right.
of focusing on the bad. Because if you do that, the
You're gonna-
atmosphere it's going to bring good things to you
Right.
in return, you know. So, you know, that is so powerful. That mindset that you're talking about
Yeah.
is having that positive mindset.
It is, and it helps you, because I mean, look, I've made mistakes in my business for sure.
We all
I
have.
mean,
let me raise our hand.
God, let me
everybody,
just write
raise
the
your hand
list.
right now. Just saying. Yeah.
so yeah, I mean, I've failed, but the thing is that you learn from it, right?
right.
So it's okay to make mistakes. It's how
right.
it's how you learn and grow.
That's right.
And not to be too judgmental about yourself
Mm-hmm.
when you do things like that. It's just find the silver lining in it, find
That's
the learning
right.
lesson in it.
I love it.
So, I mean, just constantly always work on yourself to become better, to become stronger, to become more kind and compassionate.
Yes.
You know, be the best version of
Of
yourself.
yourself. I love that. So I want to know, do you have a quote that you always use, or something you reference that kind of sums you up, or sums up your daily walk?
Live, love, and be free.
Ooh, I like
Yeah,
that.
I
That's
mean,
good.
I'm a Gemini, so like I have to have freedom, and you know, I think that's why this business and being an entrepreneur works so well for me,
Yes.
because I love, you know, the creative and the free side of it. Love is the core of who I am, you know.
There it is.
It
That's what I was
really
gonna
is.
say. Is I feel like the core of who you are and everything I've seen has stemmed out of love.
Right.
Completely out of love. And I think that if we take the time to start there, out of love, so many great things happen out of that. There's something that I love, where there's two things I like to say. One, I say the banner that's over me, if there was a it just says love on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I said the banner over me today is love. You know. The other thing I say is go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. So
Yes, that's very true.
because I'm all about a party, probably all the time. But you know, play hard, work hard, all of that. But you know, just putting yourself in the places where you are constantly celebrated.
Yeah, I
Doesn't help
mean,
you excel.
life is a journey, you know, and the business is just one part of that.
That's it.
You know, it's just,
Yeah,
that's
just
not
one.
who I am. It doesn't define me. You know, it's just some really incredible path that I'm on right
That's
now.
right, yeah.
You know, and who knows what the future holds.
That's right.
So, I mean, I think that this is where you just have to be open to, you know, all possibilities and where life can take you.
That's
you
so
know?
good.
And dream big.
Yes, that's what
Yeah.
it's all about, you know, just continuing to dream. Even if you have complete success in every area of your life, even if you have complete success in your entrepreneurship or in your business, is still continue to dream even more.
Right.
Don't ever stop dreaming, because we have that freedom to do that here. We are so free.
I know.
We are so blessed when there's so many people around the world suffering in so many different ways that we could never imagine. We have the opportunity to sit on a couch together in a coffee shop.
I know.
As women, business owners.
Right.
And love and empower people and connect.
It's incredibly powerful, right?
phenomenal.
I mean, the opportunity to be able to experience that, to be able to sit here and have conversation with
In
you.
yoga
really-
pants.
I know, always in yoga pants.
And tennis shoes
Yes.
right now. I mean, just saying, you know.
Yeah.
So it's
Don't
so
limit
powerful.
yourself.
That's
you
right.
know.
I think that's where we need to end that, is do not limit yourself.
Yeah.
Do not limit yourself. So again, if you haven't had a chance to stop by JuiceVibes, make sure you do that and visit with Liz and her staff, because they are
Yes.
phenomenal and you will be truly blessed to interact with them. Stay tuned for our next marketing moment. We'll see you guys soon.
Bye.